filled with garbage. So now we have the opportunity, we can identify people that may do things of that nature. Any malicious activity, and I think that's this is a step in the right direction. And if other places are doing it, and this is well, listen, I think we should look into it, and I think we have the opportunity for something good. So.
And these are what recycled, or I don't know the term involved, but every 24 hours it would erase, or is this sort of?
No, there's a hard drive in there that would, depending on how you configured it, it would grab a snapshot every 5 seconds or every 10 seconds. You could probably maintain anything upwards of about 60 days worth of information. So if there were, let's say, if you remember, we had somebody that did donuts in the middle of the field. If that happened, we could come in and we could go back over an entire weekend and see what kind of activity was going on. I mean, just by way of an example, we have the same exact capability here in the building. The police came in one day. There was a burglary behind us, behind our property. And our cameras picked up the fact that they escaped along our alley, along the building there. So we were helpful with the Portchester Police in terms of being able to help them apprehend someone, and the cameras were there. I mean, and it was relatively easy to find that video because they had an approximate time for the burglary.
And also for animal control, for your coyotes and whatnot.
Well, here's the other thing. We talked about dogs off leashes. We have an opportunity here again for enforcement. This may be something that may roll right into Ride Town Park, or as Goldie would say, Oakland Beach Park, whatever it is, whatever it's called. But we have the opportunity to roll out there as well. So this is a step in the right direction. Bishop, I think that you're doing a great job with trying to get us into the 21st century, and I would like to see more of this. I don't know what the other members think.
I'm for the 21st century.
I'm for the 21st century as well. I think I'd like to see a couple more bids, though.
Yeah. Well, we didn't really put this out to bid. What we were trying to do was we were trying to get the art of the possible. We know what we have here, and we know how effective it was. And, Crawford Park, with our reduced staff now, we have less people up there, and we have much, much more activity. So this was a way we thought that we might be able to provide just a higher level of security at Crawford Park.
Did they us?
Excuse me?
How do we pick a person from New Windsor?
In this particular case, we contacted some people. And
my people called your people?
Well, no. But for example, we had, when we bid the job here, which was last year, if you'll recall, we had any number of people. We had a couple of people from across the river that had bid the job.
Okay. Can I ask you a question while you're here on Crawford Park? Are we ever going to get rid of all those stumps that are...
Yes, as a matter of fact, they were working this weekend to get rid of stumps. The problem here was we really had to wait until the ground thawed out a little bit, because a lot of that stuff was frozen in, and with the winter and everything else, it just really wasn't good. So now we're in a new fiscal year. We're getting ready, and I think you'll see a tremendous amount of activity there. I know they took 2 stumps out yesterday, so.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Nowak. Mr. Markowitz.
Nothing to report this week.
Okay. Mr. Burns, anything? Terrific. Mr. Mecca, Honorable Mr. Mecca.
Honorable Supervisor Carvin and members of the Town Council, Nicholas Mecca, 45 Alto Avenue, Portchester. First, I offer my heartfelt condolences to you and your family in the passing of your dad.
Thank you.
A couple of things I want to bring to the board's attention first is we are in the final, the final phase of upgrading our software, which will now be total Windows usable. It's called an enterprise program, and we will be able to generate more reports and more readable reports than we currently do, which will prevent us or stop us from having to create Excel sheets for everything. The software will take care of that. Secondly, we are about to prepare the county and town bills for the new year. We just wait now for the final SCAR decisions so that we can make the alterations on the assessments as approved by the court, which save us from changing a bill that's going out there. So this week we hope to have all those figures in place and finalize that. We have sent out notices to anyone who is delinquent in their taxes so that hopefully everybody can get cleaned up before we sort of begin the new year. April 1st starts our new collection year for 2011. And at that, because we'll be late on the next meeting, I'd just like to alert everybody that this is what the school bill will look like, and you should get it the first week, county bill, I'm sorry, the first week in April. If you don't get it, please contact the office. Now, on the back side is the instructions on what to do to make your payment online or to make a credit card payment. I know we've been having a little problem, but we are working that out with the vendor to make sure that by April, everything is up and running and no problems. So, okay? Any questions?
No. Thank you very much, Mr. Mecca. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Noto,
Nope, no report.
just the in-rem. What's happening with our in-rems?
We have the final house, as I reported at the last meeting, 34 out of the 35 paid, and the one that did not, we filed the final motion to obtain a judgment, and that motion is returnable March 21st.
And how much is the house worth?
I don't remember.
Is that Locust?
No, that's a different one. That's the application, the quiet title. I filed that as well. But I know this is a house in Mamaroneck on Halsted Avenue. I don't know what the value is, but I can get it to you in an email.
And we made repeated attempts to contact the owner. Have we contacted the owner?
Oh yes, we've made repeated. And Nick the mail didn't come back, but I don't think there's anyone living there. So
There's no one living there.
Yeah, sure.
We tried phones and there's no answer.
So no one's ever come back to us.
No.
And it's a two-family house. I don't really understand why.
Was anybody living in the house?
I don't know.
We don't think so, but
can't go on the property yet,
Right.
but once
Wow.
the 21st comes, we can go on the property.
once they get a judgment back.
Yeah, okay. Okay, great. Thank you, Mr. Noto. Mr. Nardi already spoke this evening. Mr. DeLeo.
Good evening, Mr. Supervisor and the town board. Just want to let you know that my staff and myself, we finished the second floor downstairs, with the painting and the new ceiling tiles.
Here in this building.
Here in this building here at 10 Pearl Street. Now we got some fresh soil donated by Persico Industries from Mike Lador, and that's going to be for the gateway area at Crawford Park. And as soon as the weather breaks, we're going to spread the dirt and then the seed, put the seed down and get it growing for the spring.
Frank, quick question on that, this soil donation. Wasn't that part of the deal that they had to, obviously, wasn't there...
That was a different company.
It was a different company, ELQ.
ELQ is...
Reneged on the deal.
So we had well, this is important to know.
Yeah.
We had ELQ that used the property at Crawford Park. They were
When they were doing Ridge Street.
They're putting their equipment there, damaged some of the property,
Yes.
which is superficial. But they were supposed to provide soil to resurface.
That's correct.
And they reneged, so they left our property. And we should send a letter from the town of Rye to ELQ. Let them know that they need to make good on this, and if they didn't make good at Crawford Park, they need to make good at it someplace else. No one should get away with doing anything like that to the town of Rye, especially our properties. So I want you to hold their feet to the fire, Frank.
Okay.
Okay, you are a foreman. Follow up on this. I also think that we need to send a letter of thanks then to Persico for providing that soil.
And also whatever extra dirt's left over, we're going to use to fill in all from the stumps. And we have the seed in-house, so it's not going to cost us anything we have, we'll get everything all completed within the next, 3 or 4 weeks, once the weather breaks.
Very good. Stay on top of this, Frank.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. DeLeo. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do we have a video for the Ride 350? It's ready to go. Do we have it?
Yes.
I think what I might do. Yeah, I think we might. The board, town board, might if we put the full, 45 minutes. No, I'm joking. It's a 20-minute video which recaps Ride 350. I think if you go through the first 5 or 10 minutes, Greg, I think we might lose our town audience. This is Dave Thomas put this together. It's absolutely fantastic.
I'm sorry. Let me just try and get some. I think that should work. I think. Let's see.
Well,
Just shut the light. Good there.
yeah. You turn the light. Can you turn the lights off?
Okay.
Shut it off and then shut it on.
Okay. All right.
And so this is just a preview for a few moments to give you a sense of the
Okay.
a sense of the video that will be played in its entirety tomorrow night at Crawford Park, in its attempt to capture all the wonderful activities during the past year for the Ride 350. And Dave Thomas put this together.
That's the town board.
That's the first town board.
First down.
Those are the first settlers.
Looks like playland in the back.
This murky stream, this flapping shore, is hiding what was mine. This air I've never breathed before. This river is not clean. The earth so soft, so smooth beneath my feet. On that through tangled trees we hung to leave. Upon the darkening branch which streams the sun, in silent woods all creatures are as one. Come back, for you what a dream, and vanish with the light. Come back, wake me from this dream. Vanish this awful sight. This is not a place where I belong. You say it was my home, but you are wrong. No scent of pine trees in the rainfall. Down or wake me with the word fall. It is not what we want to.
Rockwell was never a speaking man, but when he sings,
Kaninga, my wife, how did you find me?
I heard your voice, your song. What are we doing in this strange place, husband?
We have been called from the other side.
Really? I was there one moment, here the next. Do you have special powers?
It must have been the river. This is a river, Kaninga. A beautiful river.
That's enough. What do we have to do to return to the other side? We are so beneath my feet, and pass through tangled trees upon the dark green branches she stands.
entirely with this imposition of the tax. Now I tell you, it wasn't the tax that disturbed me, nor was it the tax upon the paper that disturbed me too. And it was difficult when there was a tax, the stamp tax, where every bit of paper you used had to have the king's official...
Well, I think if those of you want to watch the end of it, we can watch the end of it after the meeting. But we just wanted to give you a little bit of appetizer, so you all come tomorrow night to the Crawford Park at 7 o'clock, and basically, again, your last chance to celebrate 350 years of the town of Rye, and your first chance to begin to create your legacy for the next 350 years. So, Greg, thanks so very much, and we want to create the legacy with our Model American Community Project. And Dave Thomas was the artist that pulled together all that, and I want to thank him for all his hard work putting that video together, and it's about 20 minutes, so if you come by tomorrow night, you'll get a chance to see it. Great, thanks, Mr. Arcaro. Okay, comments from the council, Mr. Gelfarb.
Just a very quick thanks to Greg and to Dave and also to Joe for spearheading and inspiring the 350 program, which led to the terrific video we saw, and to all the work that they put in to really make for a terrific commemoration.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Councilwoman Mendocino.
I just wanted to say, you mentioned the dumpster before, Bill, and I've always said that we should enclose them in. So until we can get cameras and so forth, maybe we should consider just enclosing them in.
Good idea. Frank, could you look into that? Give us a report, what we can do, and the costs involved? Okay. Good idea, Michelle.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Good. Michelle, anything else?
No comment.
Deputy Supervisor Villanova?
Very good. Just want to remind everybody, Unity March, Portchester on Facebook. Reach out to Ed Eways. He's doing a great job. We're going to pull the communities together and have a great day. It's April 16th. So we look forward to seeing everybody there. That's it.
Thank you, Deputy Supervisor Villanova. Thank you, everybody. It's been a long meeting, so just remind everybody that tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at Crawford Park, come by and have a good time. Thanks, everybody, for the hard work.
Did you want to keep the date for April 19th?
Oh, yes, thank you very much. Thank you, Town Clerk Vespia. I wanted to propose, if we could, changing the April meeting, and the reason I'd like to propose changing the April meeting, we have the, you may remember that Passover, that's exactly right, so we want to, exactly right, so that's we want to give our friends in the Jewish community the ability to celebrate their holiday, and then the other reason is we're doing our voter participation project again this year in the 3 high schools, and so they wanted to make a presentation. I think it would, given the holiday, they also like to come and make the presentation. So I was going to suggest we go back one more week, so it would be the 4th Tuesday in April, which would be April 26th. That works for everybody, yeah? When is Easter? It doesn't conflict with Easter, does it?
No, that's the day after Easter.
The day after Easter.
The 19th is that Easter week. It's Passover Easter. Easter is the 24th.
Perfect. Great. So that works for everybody. Good. Can I get a motion to change the next meeting to the 4th Tuesday of April, i.e. April 26th?
So moved. Second.
Wow. I was tired. I was tired. I don't know who we're going to give that to.
Give it to Gelfarb.
Give it to Gelfarb.
Okay.
Okay. And can I get a motion to bring the meeting to a close?
So moved.
Second.
Gelfarb.
Aye.
Mendocino. Nayoris.
Aye.
Villanova.
Yes.
Carbon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Good night.
I'm happy.